Welcome back to Nintagious. How are you guys doing tonight? Where's my headset at? Get over here. Tonight, as I promised last night, we're gonna get back to Metroid Prime Trilogy. We're gonna start 3 tonight. My capture's fucking up again. I don't understand, like... I checked it before I started. I guess it's something about, like, switching scenes that's making the capture device, like, freak out. Because I definitely checked it and it was working before I switched to my intro screen. So... Fortunately, it always fixes itself as soon as I restart it like that, so it's not that big of a deal. Hold on, I want to close my door really quick. Don't really have to, but fuck it. Let me see. Pixels. And then Spaghetti, Logan, Captain Boo, Volpe. That's everybody for now. How's everybody doing? How was everyone's Friday? Yeah, before we jump into this, yeah, let's talk about something quick. This morning they, I'm not even gonna say that they delayed Metroid Prime 4, because how do you delay something that we don't know anything about and it doesn't even have a release window? So, I really I admire the fact that, one, Nintendo was willing to look at development of Prime 4 and say, like, this isn't good enough, and we can't release a product that isn't good enough. Like, I admire them for doing that. I also admire them for being very, like, honest and transparent about it. They didn't leave us in the dark. They were like... They didn't have to tell us that things weren't going well. They could have... Because we don't know anything about the game. They could have just went on and continued about their business and just completely left us in the dark, with us just being, well, when are we going to see Prime 4 for the next, like, year? They've done it before. So, they really didn't have to do that, so I admire the fact that they were honest about it. I don't know entirely who was handling development of 4, but now I know that they're putting it back into the hands of Retro Studios, which is the studio that did the original trilogy, so as far as I'm concerned, it's probably back in the right hands. I say probably because it's been 10 years. A lot of the people that made the original trilogy great might not even be at Retro Studios anymore, so that honestly might be irrelevant. But I still think it makes sense. There are probably some people there that know what they're doing. So I think that's the right move to make. Overall, this year has a lot of good games coming out anyway. I wasn't expecting to see Prime 4 until next year. I've already said that multiple times. A lot of people have been like, oh no, you're crazy, it's coming out this year. But no, I was a firm believer that we weren't seeing it until 2020. So I'm not... This isn't that bizarre to me. This is pretty much exactly what I expected. And I think it's all... not necessarily good news, but I don't think it's bad news. I think it's good news that they're doing exactly what they need to do to make sure the game is good, personally. If they were looking at development and saying, this isn't good enough, then I'm glad they did what they had to do to ensure that it is going to be good enough. And they didn't just phone it in and say, eh. Because they probably could have done that. Look at Other M. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people say Other M's actually pretty good, so maybe that's not the best example. But, like, there are probably other games that are better examples there. But they've done that before, where it's like, they've released games that kind of feel like this couldn't have been the smoothest development process. And you guys just, I guess you just didn't feel like changing things, so you just kind of went with it. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I respect them for making the call and for being upfront about it when they didn't need to. They did not need to tell us anything, to be honest. They could have just left us totally in the dark there. If anything, I'm looking more forward to the game now than I was before. Because before, we had no reason to believe that it was like going to be good or anything, because we knew nothing about it. It wasn't the original developers, so that could cause alarm. Overall, I'm not upset about it. I guess I'll just put it that way. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna go down that path of, oh, Nintendo's doomed. They might as well just go to making software. Sony wins. Like, no, fuck that shit. They're still doing amazing. They still have a Fire Emblem and an Animal Crossing and a Pokemon coming out this year and a Luigi's Mansion and who knows what else. They could very easily have other titles up their sleeves that we don't even know about yet. So I'm not worried. I think it's good news. I'm gonna go with Veteran because I went with Veteran in Prime 2. Hey JMT, how's it going? Yeah, if anything, I have to agree, Looney, that like I was pretty sure it was gonna be 2020 anyway. So that's no different to me, but there is a strong possibility that we might not even see it till 2021 now, and that sucks. But I also oh, this is all good news. To be blunt, I guess, like, I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm not only fans of like certain ones of their of certain brands of theirs. So I just take it as an excuse to look more forward to the other stuff. Still got a Fire Emblem coming in like 3 months, so I'll just focus on that. Honestly, I kind of wonder if the Final Fantasy VII remake is another Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just a marketing ploy. Boink. Neat. So this was the first game on the Wii. The first 2 games were on GameCube, so this was the first one to have, like, motion control built in. So this one was actually, like, kind of made for it. Also has voice acting. I wouldn't go that far because they might still have a very vivid idea of like what they want out of the game. So they might still have a game plan, you know what I mean? Games don't really take as long to develop as, like, they both take longer and not as long to develop as people think. Some people think they take a very long time because of games like Kingdom Hearts 3 that have basically been in development for a decade. And then some people think you can throw together a game in a couple of months, which is also not true. I mean, look at the fact that if you go back and, like, look at the math of things, like, look at dates and, like, figure all the numbers out, it took them about 2 years to make Super Mario Odyssey. It did not take them very long to make that game. And it's a very well put together game. It's not like it was rushed. So, realistically, I think they could still get it out by the end of 2020. But that's probably not going to happen. I'm not going to get my hopes up that it's in 2020. Let's put it that way. This game feels a little weird, like a little more different. Oh right, I need to do like the scanning thing. Here we go again. Alright, these aren't scanning.
Calibration complete. Samus, welcome to the flagship Olympus. Admiral Dane is waiting for you in the briefing room. I will upload the location to you now.
Yeah, Square Enix in particular has a really bad habit of taking way longer to develop games than they should. I'd argue that, like, okay, they're doing the same thing where they're wanting to make sure that the game is good, but a lot of Square Enix's games come out to very mixed receptions. So I'd say they're not really doing their job very well. Because it's not like, when was the last Square Enix game that people were like, just unanimously were like, this is a good game? It was probably a 3DS title, and those don't take as long to develop, so you guys have a bit of a problem on your hands, I think. Man, you can really see her face reflected in the visor in this game. Or do I feel like juggle them? And yet, like, 15 is weird because originally 15 wasn't even 15. So, because originally there was like 3 13 games or something like that, and they weren't like 13, 13-2, and 13-3. Like, they were completely different games in the same, like, saga. And then one of them got repurposed into 15. Like, I don't know anything about Final Fantasy 15, so, like, no, like, judgment or anything, but they basically accidentally Final Fantasy 15. Like, they didn't mean to make that game, it just kind of happened, which is kind of funny. Oh, nice, Logan. I'm guessing that rebooting the router hasn't been helping you. I gotta be honest, I kinda hope that there isn't scanning in 4. Or at least it's, like, way more intuitive. I guess the Switch has more buttons, so it might not be like as in the controller has more buttons. So you might not have to like switch to a visor. It might just be like one of the shoulder buttons that does it. Because like I'm not even reading any of this stuff. I'm just like, give me my OCD points. $13,576. And then I still had to shoot the door open.
You may proceed. Of course. You'll need to pull that lever toward you to enter the containment area.
I'm busy. Scanning things.
Please step into the containment area to begin the security scan. Initiating DNA verification. DNA verified. Registration number 135.
Hey Dio, how's it going?
Identified as bounty hunter Samus Aran. Preparing biohazard scan. Please approach the scan terminal.
Like hell if I'm not gonna scan it first.
Scan complete. No hazardous material detected. Samus, you are cleared for the command bridge.
You're gonna make me do this again? Really? Seems unnecessary. Yeah, like there's almost too much stuff to scan. But I need my OCD points. Like, why do I have to rescan both of these? Now that they're active. I probably shouldn't worry about blue scans. I think it's like really only red scans that like matter. I'm gonna pass on the whole talking to people thing, I think. If I can. So I might have to.
Admiral Dan has ordered me to remind you that suit maintenance and data backup should be done before the meeting. There's a recharge station at the other side of the walkway.
Ah, as in save point. Nice, Logan. Don't you love that when you like? Were you concerned about the test? Like, did you think it was going to be hard, and then it turned out to be like really easy, or? Hey Andre, how's it going? And that sucks, Dio. I've definitely like lost a lot of work over the years because of hard drive nonsense.
You're good to go. Admiral Dane is waiting inside.
That's something that was really rough when I started streaming. I had to remake all of my layout stuff because I lost it all on a hard drive death.
Andreda, enough. Looks like everyone's here now. Before I begin the briefing, let me introduce 242, the flagship's Aurora unit.
Ah, an organic supercomputer. Fascinating. It's my understanding that the Galactic Federation's core network is comprised of such units.
That is correct, Core. And we serve as the network's master control. However, currently the network is down.
That seems inefficient.
But necessary. You see, 7 days ago, we discovered that all Aurora units were infected with an unknown virus. We were forced to bring the network down. Fortunately, our scientists were quickly able to devise a vaccine.
Why are they suddenly expecting me to like press A to continue?
We were able to completely purge the virus.
Where did this virus come from?
We believe the virus is of space pirate origin. 4 months ago, the GFS Valhalla went missing while on a training mission in the Klar Nebula. The ship's logs revealed that they were attacked by a space pirate raiding vessel.
What is the logic in disrupting a Federation training mission?
They're pirates. How could they resist a prize like that?
That never would have happened if I'd been there.
Then it's a shame you weren't. The pirates boarded the Valhalla and gained access to the ship's Aurora unit, 313. This is how they were able to hack into the network and plant the virus.
Thanks to our security protocols, we were able to shut down the network before the damage from the virus became irreversible.
But we're still vulnerable. If the pirates decide to launch a major offensive, we'd be hard-pressed to defend ourselves. We must rid the other AUs of that virus and bring the network back online.
I should probably do that. I should probably get like a backup drive.
We need you to deliver the
Right now I just keep like most of my stuff on Dropbox. Like anything that's important that I wouldn't have to want to like remake.
We'd also like you to investigate the pirates' activity in the area. We need to know what they're up to.
Condition red. All personnel to combat-ready stations. Repeat. Condition red.
Certain space pirate attack fleet has just warped out of some sort of wormhole.
They're also heading for Sector 0, the planet's home base.
No, they're targeting the planetary defense system. Get down to the planet and aid the ground troops. Stop those pirates from disabling the defense system. Go.
Don't mind me just putting off a pirate invasion to scan things. It's cool. We're fine. They can wait.
Samus, get to your ship. We need you down on the planet. Until we get the fleet in formation. Launch all fighter squadrons. Hired one status.
Well, that's good. This is fine. Yeah, I can't like go this way yet, right? I'm gonna save again really quick. I doubt anything like terrible is gonna happen, but do I have missiles yet? No? Okay, so that door is just something I can't do anything about. Just so I don't have to go through all that dialogue again. Hey Riley, how's it going? And Taro. You can't transfer files from one Switch card to the other? I'm pretty sure View just did that a couple weeks ago. Because I remember him ordering a new card and transferring it all. I don't know why that wouldn't work. That's weird. Oh, that's an entire ship. Okay. All the scanning. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when he got his SD card, like, he was worried about it being difficult to do, and I was like, you can probably just put it in your computer, copy the entire thing over to your desktop, and then put it on the new card. Like, that should work. And I think that's all he did, and I think it worked. Is it because the card had write protection turned on? Like most, like, what? No, because smaller cards don't have that, right? I don't know. I don't remember View having any problems with it. Did you make sure to stick the new card in the Switch and have the Switch format it first? Maybe it wasn't formatted correctly. And believe it or not, formatting does make, like, a really big difference. So... you'd think cards would come already formatted, but they don't. It's a dead end. Did we come here, like, only for this? Just to turn around? Okay. Yeah, there we go. No, because View's Switch is still a US Switch. I think. I might actually be wrong on that, come to think of it. I don't know, we'll have to ask him when he gets here then. Because I'm sure he'll be here at some point. Scan the battery thing, asshole. Alright, jerk. Maybe since View already buys everything digitally, his saves were already not there? I don't know. These guys are actually beating my ass. I need health. That's the only thing I can figure, is since he already buys everything digital, that it might work differently. Oh my god. I want to scan that fucking thing. Does Nintendo have anything on their website about, like, directions about how to switch cards? Like, I guess maybe there's a step somewhere that I haven't been thinking of that needs to be followed. I just know that View had absolutely no trouble with it when he did it. I remember specifically that these enemies, like the bigger ones that are dropping, are a real pain in the ass when you're playing on the highest difficulty. Because they just constantly go hyper mode, and they're like really obnoxious. Probably go that way. Make sure there's nothing else in the area first. Neat. Free energy tank. What's an energy tank doing down here? And hey Scarlet, how's it going? Why do you guys keep spelling scan wrong? I thought I was seeing things at first. Whee! And now I'm here. Yikes. Yeah, there's no R in scan. Oh, good. It was awfully convenient that that didn't, like, kill you, Samus. Lock-on seems kind of unresponsive in this game. You didn't die? Get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's why I was saying I hope 4 actually doesn't have scanning, because it's kind of like... It triggers my OCD. I can't just not do anything about it. Like I have to scan everything, but so much of it's completely arbitrary. I like the concept of scanning enemies because then you like it gives you like points on like how to beat them and stuff. Like I think that's a cool concept, but like yeah, all these monitors and shit, that's just like uncalled for, I think. I think what I would personally do, like, if I were to make the game, like I was saying earlier, Switch controllers have more buttons, so I'd probably integrate scanning into, like, the basic gameplay and not have there be a visor for it, and then just have, like, some sort of indicator, so when you look at something at a glance, you can know if it's something that needs to be scanned or not. That way you could still have, like, lore elements on the, like, you could have a screen that has something important, and then just have it, like, highlighted red or something. so that the player knows that it's important. Then if it's not a different visor, like, you have 4 shoulder buttons on Switch, so you can just, you could just stick it on one of those. Alright, Spaghetti, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in for a bit. I hope you fix your sleep woes. I can't function on enough sleep, so I definitely sympathize with that. Oh. See, this game, like, overdoes it, too, because you have to scan the thing, and then you also have to walk up to it. It's like, that's kind of tedious. It's a little unnecessary. Like, I like stuff like this, being like, okay, it's a new enemy, let's scan them and see what they do. Like, I'm down with that. Like, oh, okay, so you can only kill them when they're shielding. Therefore, have to wait for them to drop their shield one at a time and aim well. It's an aiming exercise, I get it. That was a good little moment of game design, I think. But then, like, scanning that thing over there, that ship, who cares? Who cares? It's just an arbitrary time waster. Feeling this might be a save point. Yum. This feels like a sequelitis. I'll take that as a compliment. I just think they had a pretty cool idea on their hands with scanning, but then they, like, maybe got a little too obsessed with it. Even scanning power-ups, I'm, like, kind of okay with. Because then, yeah, it tells you more about what that power-up does. Yeah, but do you need to scan the starship? That's the thing. You could just look at it and be like, hey, that's a cool starship. You don't have to scan it to fill some, like, arbitrary OCD counter. Because it kind of, like, doesn't matter otherwise, you know? So this guy's funny to me, because I remember specifically that, like, he's the first boss, but then near the end of the game you have to fight, like, 3 of them at the same time. So it's one of those first bosses that upgrades later into an enemy. Or downgrades into an enemy, however you want to look at it. You only have to scan the power-ups once in this, unless you mean, like, every type of, like, every size of health pellet, which is, like, kinda, yeah, kinda unnecessary. Alright, you can still do the dash. Good stuff. Oh, I have to shoot him back, that's right. I gotcha. I was trying to absorb him like the thing at the end of 2. Why'd you keep the Phazon puke to yourself? Okay, that was dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. How did that miss? Or how did it get deflected? Bye. Yeah, it is kind of a, like, Metroidvania thing, isn't it? Where the bosses kind of, like... They're kind of endurance fights. I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's a problem. As long as they're not, like, 30-minute fights, that's when I'm like, okay, this is kind of overdoing it. Wasn't there a boss in Prime 2 that I said that about? That, like, the fight was just lasting way too long? I'm gonna get, like, health and everything in the ship anyway, so... Yeah, some of the Dark Samus fights took a little bit too long. And especially because, like, there was no opening for attack. Yeah, I think 10, even 15 minutes is, like, a pretty healthy length. You don't want the boss fight to be over too quickly. Yeah, I don't know why they gave her a new ship in this game.
Stand to, Samus.
The ship wasn't really, like, destroyed in 2 or anything.
Good. The pirate attack has knocked out our generators and disabled the planetary defense system. This cannon was our only weapon capable of taking out orbiting ships. We need you and the other hunters to get the generators back online and restore power to the cannon so we can repulse this assault. I'm uploading the generator coordinates to you now.
Thanks, Soldier number 5. It's tough because, like, part of me wants to say fuck it to the scans, but the other part of me wants to get a good ending, you know? Grapple beam. Yeah, they couldn't give me a map. We don't have the technology to just give people maps. Okay. For the love of God. Scan, scan. Do the thing that you've done a few times already. I guess I could see why, like... I think when this game first came out, I didn't think very critically of games. So... I guess I could see why people don't like this game as much as the other two. My mind just didn't work like that yet when this game first came out. Which is kind of like... I kind of miss that. I kind of miss the days that I was just, like... I just enjoyed games for what they were. I didn't think about it too much. My God, so much shit to scan. Volpe, what on earth are you doing? And hey, Soph, how's it going? I don't think he's intentionally doing that, is the thing. Maybe he is. I don't know. Can I do this yet? Yeah, I can't do that yet. Oh. Tab away from chat before you do stuff like that. That looks hot. That was very free. I thought I was gonna have to come through the other side, but... What on earth just happened? There's the map. Cool. I was gonna say, that looks suspicious for some reason. The hell are those? Blowing that one up was completely arbitrary, I think, but... Bloop, 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 bloop. I would wait, JMT, to talk to View and see... I swear, I specifically remember View saying he had no problems at all doing that. And I can't speak for myself because... when I recently got a card for my Switch, I didn't have one before that, so... Give me that, asshole. Now, when I did it on my 3DS, like years and years and years ago, I had no difficulties with it. The big thing I think of is that make sure you pop the new card into the Switch to format it first, to make sure both cards are, like, formatted correctly. Because that does make a very big difference. See something up there. Now, magnetic rail that I can't use yet. And yeah, I did Mega Man 3 and 4 last night. Not sure when I'm gonna do Mega Man again. I mentioned last night actually that I'd probably ask you guys about that tonight, like what I should do tomorrow and Sunday.
These pirates are more fragile than they appear. I just received word that the Federation is allowing all bounty hunters to use ship command devices. You should now be able to remotely command your ship and land it here. Don't forget to perform suit maintenance and data backup if you need. Generator A is just through those doors. While you head that way, I'll activate the generator on the west side. Between the two of us, this should be a breeze.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Data received.
Ha! JMT gets it. I mean, it's a Metroid game. You don't trust anyone, really. So... bloop, 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 bloop. $100 kills. Hell yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think I should play like the rest of this weekend? I can play more of this, I can play more of Mega Man, I can get back to Metroid or Mario Galaxy 2. I'm probably gonna try to just kind of mix it up, unless somebody's really like, no, play more Metroid or whatever. Well, these jerks did something. I really have to scan each one of these, and it probably isn't. It probably doesn't mean anything. And he looks like a Ben 10 alien. I've actually never watched that show. I know very little about it. Well, this kind of looks like bad news. It's like those asshole bees from 1. Oh, but they die really fast. Okay. Oh my god, where is it? Crap, that was a terrible shot. More? Damn it. I don't like these dizzying enemies. Damn it. I'm looking at the radar, 1, to track where they are, 2 so that I don't get dizzy when I'm spinning like that. I don't think I even knew that there were 2 different Ben 10 cartoons. Like, that's how little I know. Yeah, the schedule is currently Galaxy tomorrow and then Mega Man on Sunday, I think. But, like, I could definitely do, like, anything, really.
Samus, are you reading me? Something big is happening up here. What in the name of...
Is that one of those Phazon meteorite things? Creatures?
Samus, it's heading right at you. That's why the pirates disabled the defense system. They intend to smash this thing into Norion. Get that cannon back online, or everyone down there is as good as dead.
I could do that too. I could just wake up tomorrow and just see what I feel like playing and go from there. Didn't I already scan these? There's like... There's some sort of morph ball thing here. But I don't know if I can actually, like, do it yet. Looks like I might have to come back for it later. That was a neat trick. Why didn't your buddies do that? How many years have passed since Prime 2? Like, now all of a sudden we're like... Oh, good. Look who's here. Can't scan him, he's too far away. Well, should probably save. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Logan. Well, now that everyone else is dead, maybe I should do what it takes to survive. fully know where I'm going at the moment. I'm assuming just back. And then move on to, like, work on one of these other generators. These guys are everywhere all of a sudden. Just being all sorts of badass. I mean, you know it's not going to end well, because why would using Phazon ever end well? Was this a save point, or was this a map point? I mean, I guess I just saved. That was this map anyway, so... Yeah, basically. You know it's one or the other. Looks like Gore's having fun.
This one has finished bothering us. Go on ahead. I will stay here and protect the area. Proceed quickly to generator C.
And reactivate the defense system before we're all vaporized. Go on, get out of here.
Our scans of the meteor have detected massive quantities of Phazon. It could be some sort of bomb.
Yeah, no shit. What do I do with this? I was shooting these... Oh, there we go. I shot him a few times and nothing happened. This, unfortunately, is not going to turn into Robobot. I wish it would, because that game's fucking awesome. Oh god, they're everywhere. God, they really are everywhere. Man, 200 kills already? Thanks to those guys, really. Let's back this way. Where am I exactly? Am I going up or down? Ooh. What's the point of that? Oh, is this the only way down here? I wonder what was in the other direction.
The meteor will enter the planet's atmosphere soon. There is no time to be precise.
That sucks, because now I can't go back up. Okay. Guess I'll have to find out later. I guess I could see what you mean, Logan. I think it was just a really fun game, though. If anything, it was just a little short, which was kind of sad. And alright, Scarlet. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Perhaps see you tomorrow for a bit. You're an asshole. Leader. There's another path here. That's convenient. Oh, come on. Sadly, I don't know if they ever really go into backstory on any of these hunters. Oh, come on. I think that was close enough. She thinks she's so fucking clever.
Definitely not my style. Machines aren't my thing either, so I'll let you get this generator back online. Thanks, Sammy.
$3DS can't even get internet. Did I ask if you tried doing the router reset thing? Was that not helping? Yeah, sometimes it just gets fucked up, and it's usually because of it like lacking an update or something.
Samus, our efforts to slow the meteor have failed. You must hurry.
Believe it or not, this is still like the beginning of the game. Like, this is still like the tutorial area, I think. I guess maybe calling it Act 1 is more accurate. Hey, Funk. Wee. Man, scanning enemies doesn't even really tell you anything in this game. Sadly, this early part of the game, like, I remember so vividly, so I'm not really having any reactions or anything to this stuff. Just kind of like, yeah, let's just get through this. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that a little bit, Logan. Like, why does this tunnel exist?
I already took care of Generator B, so I'll leave it to you to get this final generator back online. With that, we can activate the cannon. When you're done, head to the control room. I'll meet you there.
Probably his voice. In some of the games, Shadow has a really, like, raspy voice like that.
Attention all personnel. Meteor impact will occur in 4 minutes.
Well, this sounds promising.
Samus, all efforts to stop the meteor have failed.
Well, I guess we're all gonna die then.
Now that the defense system is back online, it remains our last chance to stop the meteor. You must get to the control tower and Samus, all efforts to stop the meteor have
Yeah, you've been telling me this.
Now that the defense system is back online, it remains our last chance. You must get to the control tower and fire the defense cannon. We are uploading the location of the control tower to you now.
Yeah, I think it's basically the Space Pirates, but I don't fully remember. Can't go the other way. I guess that's the way I went the first time.
Meteor impact in 2 minutes.
I actually haven't even been paying attention to them saying you only have so much time. I hope that's not a literal time limit. Yeah, since there's no timer on screen, I've been kind of ignoring it. It probably triggers to play like whenever you reach a certain area. And then you have all this shit that's here to just waste your time. But I want to go play with the last generator. Here's a thing I can do. I'm just like fucking around. They're like, we're all gonna die. And I'm just like, eh. I'll get there when I get there. Holy shit, it really was timed. Okay. Maybe you should put a timer on screen if if that's actually a threat. There's a game design pointer right there. Or am I even?
Attention all personnel. Meteor impact will occur in 4 minutes.
Yeah, an on-screen timer to let me know that they were serious would have really been nice. I thought that was all like flavor.
It remains our last chance to stop. You must get to the control tower. We are uploading the location.
Hey, I keep talking. Alright, don't tell me I didn't get through that dialogue in time. I'm gonna have to listen to it all again. Are you fucking serious?
You must get to the control. We are uploading the location.
See, every time I entered I guess it was just my pacing, but every time I entered a new room was when one of the alerts went off. So it felt pretty synchronized. I'm still tempted to go down and get this, because now I'm here with more time to spare. It also saved everything I did, honestly, so I don't even have to be rescanning stuff. Which tells me if I mess this up and die, I'll still have it afterwards anyway. Oh, get fucked. Yeah, only took about a minute. Coolies. Alright, Logan, have fun.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
The meteor is approaching faster than you think.
If we don't make it to the top in time, we can kiss this planet goodbye.
Hey, relax. We're the good guys. Justice will prevail and all that stuff. Right, Samus?
Here, let's do this.
I don't actually have to fight her right now, do I? Pretty sure I don't. Final smash. Yay, we did it. Saved another planet, now we can die. Damn, 1 month later.
She's coming too. Can you hear me, Samus? Vital signs are stable. Welcome back, Samus. You've been asleep for quite some time. A month, to be exact. We feared we'd lost you. Thanks to your great work, Norian is now safe. At the end of the battle, we found you and the other hunters all unconscious. Our medical examinations then yielded surprising results. Your bodies are now, somehow, self-generating phazon. What's even stranger is that there are no negative effects to your health. This led us to investigate if we could make effective use of this phazon. During the invasion on Norian, you must have noticed some powerful troopers in new suits. They were wearing what we call phazon enhancement devices, or PEDs. We integrated this same phazon enhancement device into your armor while repairing your damaged bodysuit. Troopers wearing this device have phazon pumped to their weapons from an external backpack. This gives them an extra boost in firepower. But in your case, think about it. With this phazon coursing through your body, you can fuel the PED using your own internal energy. Pretty effective, don't you think?
This all sounds like a terrible idea.
Seal the room.
Yeah. It's fine. Just seal the room before we do this.
Program.
Yeah, nothing sounds terrible about this at all.
Recharging energy reserves.
Training complete.
You must have noticed during this test that hyper mode possesses devastating power. Over the past month, we've learned the hard way just how powerful our enemies are. To deal with them, you'll need the firepower of the PED suit. Make good use of it. Now that you are familiar with the workings of the PED device, the Aurora Unit 242 would like to meet with you. There are many pressing matters to discuss. The AU chamber is located just off the command bridge. You'd better get going. Good luck. Oh, and one more thing. After 25 seconds, the safety feature automatically ends hyper mode. You'll have to keep paying attention.
Hey, we're about an hour into the third game, and my battery only just dropped down to 2 bars. Not bad. Alright, well, thanks for, like, putting me in a suit against my will that's probably going to potentially kill me. Yeah, just thanks for that. The hell is that? Replenishes unit of Phazon? What the fuck does that mean? Wonder if there's a point to blowing all these up. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I missed one. Hey, I know where I am. It's a decently cool looking suit, at least. So where am I going at the moment? Should I go talk to what's his face? Oh right, I talked about that thing.
The Aurora unit is expecting you. W7 Baron entering AU lift area. Security clearance 5 granted. Clearance confirmed, G5. Opening chamber vault.
Nice, JMT. It sucks having that happen in this cold.
Welcome, Samus Aran. Let us begin. Time is most critical. During the attempted pirate invasion of Norian, it was confirmed that 2 nearby planets were similarly attacked. These planets are named Brio and Elysia. These Leviathans have impacted and embedded themselves deep into each planet, spreading a virulent phazon carried inside their bodies. The Leviathans must be destroyed. 2 weeks ago, we dispatched Runtus to Brio, Gore to Elysia, while Andreda was sent to locate the space pirate stronghold. Like you, they were outfitted with PED devices in order to confront this new threat. We lost contact with all of them 7 days ago, and fear the worst.
Yeah, that sounds predictable.
We need you to travel to these planets and finish their missions. The closest planet is Brio. This will be your first objective.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Please be on the lookout for any clues that might help us understand what happened to Runtus.
Yeah, at least heat won't be a problem.
Good luck. Samus, the fleet is now moving to the rendezvous location. You will no longer be able to dock with us from this point forward. Rest assured, we will keep communication lines open and supply you with information when necessary. Good luck on Brio.
They'll actually let me go to Elysia? Interesting. Go explore there too, but I think I'll just carry on. Hey Coulter, how's it going? Had to farm the relics so I could farm the blueprints so I could farm the mats to wait 72 hours to build a warframe. That sounds like a free-to-play MMO, that's for sure. What the fuck is that? So if I recall correctly, the game is going to be... It's a little less talky now. I say as they immediately call me to talk to me.
We need more data to determine how the shield can be disabled. You are near the wreckage of a downed Federation vessel. If you can use the satellite uplink on the ship, you may be able to access information concerning the seed. Prepare to receive the ship's coordinates now.
This looks suspicious. Maybe not yet, though. I don't need health, but that's alright. Now is when, like, this is a little bit less familiar to me. Well, it looks like Rundus definitely, like, went haywire here. Oh, return route. Get you. Yeah, or you could just buy it. I don't know. I think there's probably a certain level of satisfaction from like actually earning it. I like that you start with the double jump in this game. It's probably the door I'm supposed to go in for now. Let's go look over here quick, though. So I have this, and I can use it to do that, but I can't use it on grapple points yet. Like, it doesn't actually function as a grapple beam. It seems kind of... unintuitive. Like, do I have to really scan, like, every single one of these things? So I can't go that way yet, because I can't grapple beam. Or can I jump across there? I want to say not, but maybe I can. Well, what's the worst that can happen? I'm pretty sure I can't. No. I lost 5 health for that. Okay, I'll accept that fate. Of course, that's the way I have to go, too. I want to get a scan on those. Never mind, the enemies didn't come back. I wanted to get a scan on those before, like, I forgot about it. I don't go up there, do I? What am I missing? Like, there's not many places to go in this map, so clearly it's something here that I'm missing. Up here, I guess. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Let's see. So you can't even, like, attack the, like, individually. You have to wait for them to start generating their thing. Yeah, you have to wait for that and then blow them up. Curious. Wee. How far are you from, you said you're getting pretty close to 15, right, Logan? Oh, good. What are those? Just outright unable to destroy. Okay, fine. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna assume go right first because... Well, no, I can use the red door too. It's just missiles. I have missiles. Let's go that way first. These things are so obnoxious to get a scan on. Huh. I was kind of hoping this would be like a save point, but... Debris did damage? Okay. Phase on fines. Yum. Oh, so you might not get it this stream, but you'll probably get it during overnight. Unless you aren't up too late tonight. I kind of want to go back and check the other path because I don't. I guess I don't. Guess I don't have to. Hi. Oh good, I need the grapple beam here anyway, so... I mean, I could still go down there, I think. I guess I don't need the grapple beam yet. Let's go back. I'm thinking that other room might be... It's probably a save point? Maybe not. It's blocking the path to a missile upgrade. Hey, energy tank, even better. I'll take that. I could see this being the kind of game that, like, I bet there are a lot of people that liked Prime 1 and 2 and gave this one a chance and didn't even get through the first 2 hours. Like, because of it being so linear and dialogue heavy, I bet a lot of people were just like, this isn't what I wanted, and they don't even bother. Do I even need to pull them all off? Like, not really. I guess I should, in case there's like something hidden behind one of these, but I don't think there is. Yeah, it's just a fairly linear path. Let's see. Let's scan this big guy. Okay. The hell are these things? They don't look like space pirates. Reptilicus Hunter. Target can generate a personal cloaking field. Well, that sounds annoying. Yeah, not a big deal. Have I ever eaten a kiwi? No. Actually, have not. I've had kiwi flavored things, but I've never eaten an actual kiwi. I was gonna say, I should make sure I have all these little things scanned. So I guess, like, those are just outright replacing health drops? It seems arbitrary. It's like, oh here, have another thing to scan that is the exact same thing as what you were already using. Well, it said I didn't have the stuff to activate this thing. Yeah, kiwis are also birds, but I assumed you were talking about the fruit. I am pretty sure that the bird is not sweet and soft enough to eat with a spoon. They might be. What do I know, I guess. But... Oops. Oh well. Okay. What's going on here? Hey, assholes. Hello. Teloric. I don't fucking remember what Teloric is. So this doesn't look like anything I can do yet. Need that grapple beam though. Can I bomb this, actually? Yes, I can, never mind. How the fuck am I supposed to get up to that? Let me guess, I can yank it off. This is like the new thing they're fascinated with in this game, if you can't tell. Why does flying debris from things hurt me? Like, I guess that's kind of cool that it's that realistic, but it's also, like, kind of obnoxious. I wonder how you get up there. Like, I kind of want to try to get that, but I'm not sure if I can at the moment. Hello. That grapple swing. Got anything in here? No? Okay. Cool, so now I can... Whee! I still want this missile upgrade, though. But I don't know if I can get it. Like, there's no way I can bomb jump up that high. That's not a thing I'm gonna be capable of doing. Oh. Isn't that curious? Neat. Now we can happily move on with our lives because we didn't miss something. Alright, the game said I can't interface with this yet. I believe it, but let's, yeah, it just doesn't do anything. Okay. So coming up next, I need whatever I can activate those guys with. There's this white door as well. Ice beam, I guess. Pretty sure it's not ice beam because of, like... I fairly specifically remember the fact that this game does not have, like, multiple beams. Like, it does, but they're just straight upgrades, and then you just... What is that thing? Then you just, like, never use the old beam again. Which is good, because that's one of those things that I complained about in 1 and 2, like, quite a bit, was it got a little too... You were swapping beams constantly just to open doors. It was kind of obnoxious. Oh, hi. I missed. Where the hell did he come from? Okay, so I want to go over this way. Can I really not scan them from this far away? It just keeps scanning the thing behind him. It's really annoying. I'll get him eventually. Alright, so what we got here? Why can't I just go this way? Because they don't want me to. Duh. Hey, good, these assholes are back. And it still does that. While also not being... You can only hit them with charge shots, okay? Oh. They are just really proud of this power-up. Come on! Why are you not working? There we go. Hey, Soph, welcome back. Oh, I have to do one at a time? That's kind of obnoxious. Come on! There we go. It's a little unresponsive. Nunchuck motion is, like, not the best motion control in the world. That time I didn't even, like... It reacted before I even flung it in the right direction. Whatever. Hey, look, I've never done one of these before. You think they would have found a way to mix it up. Like, that's all I ask, is that maybe sometimes you don't have to pull it out, turn it a very precise distance, not precise, but exact distance to the left, and then slide it back in. Like, maybe you have to line it up correctly. Like, there's no way to, like, turn it too far or anything, so it's really, like, automated. Neat.
Samus, the satellite data has revealed 2 distinct energy signatures. They must be supplying power to the siege shield. If these targets are eliminated, the shield will be removed. We are uploading the location of each energy signature and nearby landing sites.
You just showed me a lot of this, but okay. And hey, Camillo Raiders, how's it going? AOA, Kid Perfect, good to see you. Hit the button. While I figure out where on earth I'm going right now. I think... Alright, for start... Where the hell am I? Oh, I came out the other side? Okay. Okay. It looks like this is not the correct way to go, because there's a white door at the bottom of this. K-Mag and Camillo himself. How's it going, Camillo? How was your stream tonight? You were continuing your Kingdom Hearts 2 clear, correct? I think I popped in briefly before I started streaming. I only checked into 2 streams tonight before I started. Usually I check into as many as I can, but I only popped into yours and Flappers tonight, I think. And if any of you guys hanging out prior to the raid haven't checked out Camillo before, be sure to do so. Especially if you're interested in seeing any Kingdom Hearts 3, because I'm sure he's about to be playing the hell out of that game come next week. Excuse me. Yeah, it's kind of everywhere. I don't know if it was like, was it leaked out, or did it come out like a week earlier in Japan or something like that? This isn't really anything I can do yet. Let's go back. How did I even get in? Oh, there's the other. So there was just another door. That's what I was missing. Oh, hey, Rondus. Alright, let's go back in here. Because, yeah, this is, like, operable now. I might be able to get up here and find something good. Ah, that's how we got up here to get this. What is that? Just like ripped his tail right off. Okay. I'll take it. Missile expansion, please. Oh, a bunch of hard copies were stolen? That sucks. I didn't even know that. I've only seen it showing up on YouTube within, like, the last week. I'm not surprised, though, because, like, it's a game people have been waiting for a freaking decade. So yeah, of course it's gonna get leaked. It's just what happens. I could probably have just jumped down, but okay, so I can't go the other way yet. I probably want to go back to my ship now, actually. That's probably what I want to do. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can do here at the moment. I want to, like, go to one of these other landing sites now. I like jalapenos a lot, actually. I do like spice. Yeah, I've seen that before. Like, my problem is that, like, and I don't know if this is the case, I don't like how, like, reviewers get review copies, and then, like, as soon as there's a leak, they just, like, record all the cinematics and put them on YouTube, because they know people are gonna be looking for them. It's like, that's not really what you're supposed to be doing with a review copy. But they look at it from a competitive standpoint. They have to get it out before somebody else does, so that they can get all the views. I just don't agree with it. Do I have to use hyper mode on these guys? Is that what they're getting at? Why though? They're beatable. It's just gonna take a really long time. Alright, fine. So that was just unnecessary. I'm just fortunate that, like, to be blunt, I'm not super negative about Kingdom Hearts, but I'm just kind of like whatever about it. So I'm fortunate that I don't care. So if I see any of the spoilers, it's not going to affect me. But, like, it irritates me that other people have to deal with it. It's definitely one of the things that, like, that just sucks about the internet. Although I did watch, like, 30 seconds of somebody playing it the other day, and, like, visually it looks like a very impressive game. If I remember right, I don't think this game actually has very many save points, because I think they figured you can just jump on your ship. You know what? Is there something down here? Like, this looks suspicious, right? Looks like nothing, though. It's just here to make me suspicious. Oh well. Yeah, that's the thing, like, Like I said, I personally don't care, but, like, I'm annoyed for the people that do care. Because, yeah, it's been how many years? It's been like a decade that people have been waiting for the end. And I don't know if it is the end, but you know what I mean. See, I'm probably in the 1% of people that is not surprised by the Metroid Prime 4 news at all. That's like exactly what, like, I wasn't surprised at all. Like, I wasn't expecting to see that game come out this year. I was expecting it in 2020. So them saying that, like, it's not coming this year, I was kind of like, okay. It's expected. And then hearing that they were giving it back to the original developers, I was like, that's good. So, I don't know. People are gonna be weird about it, though. I don't know which one of these I should go to first. Fiery air dock sounds spicy, though, so let's do that. Oh, so it's just kind of like wrapping up the storyline. I think I really like Kingdom Hearts as a concept. I think what turned me off from it is, like, you need to be so committed to it. And I'm, like, not interested in being that committed, if that makes sense. Because there's, like, so many different games on so many different platforms, and I don't know if there's actually mobile games, but I don't really like when a game demands that you go through all these other non-game means to, like, learn things about what's happening in the game. And you're, like, completely lost if you don't follow absolutely all of it, yikes. World of Warcraft is a really good example. Like, there's so much shit in World of Warcraft that you have absolutely no idea what they're talking about unless you read the comics and read the novels and do, like, all this extra shit. And I'm like, but I just want to play the game. Like, why can't the game just tell me what's happening in the game? Why do I have to go to all this effort to find all this stuff out? Like, it's almost too much work. And I got turned off from caring about the lore in that game for the same reason, because I was like, I don't want to put this much effort into it. Diablo's another one where it's like there's all these novels and stuff, and I'm like, I don't care that much. I just think the game is fun. Like, but then at the same time, I'll try to play them sometimes and have absolutely no idea what anyone is talking about, which can be frustrating. But it's one of those things for me, it's like, it's not like I mind that people like it, you know? If anything, it's frustrating because, like, it's almost jealousy. Like, I wish I could get into it as much as other people do, you know? Because, like I said, I think it's a cool concept. It just lost me somewhere along the way. I see that, but I'm not gonna be able to get it. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there. I must be able to, like, loop around in some way. Orange door up there. I don't even know what the orange door is. Hey, Jerky. Man, if you like focus on charge shots, you can really take stuff down pretty quickly. Yeah, that's another thing, is that, like, I don't really play games for the story, so having to put that much work into this, into, like, knowing what's going on in the story is, like, I don't feel motivated to do that. Story's very extra to me. I can only barely even tell you what Metroid Prime 1 and 2 were about, because I just wasn't really paying attention. That wasn't the important part of the game to me. Okay, I think they're looking for actually a bombing there, not a missile. That's why it bothers me so much when a game has, like, a bad story, though. Because I feel like it's just being, like, shoved in my face and it won't let me ignore it. I mean, if it's a good plot, it can pull me in, for sure, and I'll wind up caring. But there are a lot of RPGs in particular that I'll try to play them, and they're just, like, forcing plot, like, down my throat, and I'm like, could you just stop? Could you just let me play the game? And, like, a big thing for me is that, like, I like it when the characters are charming without the plot, because then, like, the characters pull you in, and then you care about them, and you're like, these characters are cool, and then when they start dropping plot on you, you're like, well, now I care what happens to these characters, so I'm invested. But my problem is usually when the characters just, like, aren't, like, interesting in any way, and then I'm like, I can't force myself to get interested in what's going on here. Sense. It's kind of there's definitely, like, a sweet spot for me when it comes to story, because games with too minimal a plot will also drive me crazy. Like, then I'll still be like, man, this could have been something so much greater. That's something I don't like about Mario Odyssey, is it's a very, like, just minimal plot. And I, like, regularly think that it could have been something really cool. They just didn't want to make it something really cool. And I didn't need something, like, I didn't need a Final Fantasy plot to make that game, like, really engaging, you know? But just something. Anything. Well, this is pretty much exactly what I was worried about.
just received very abnormal readings from your life support systems.
You know,
Are you okay?
time out for a second. When they gave Samus this suit and said, we're gonna just power you up with Phazon, and like, okay, you're just infested and corrupted with this stuff, but we're just gonna make your suit powered off of it, and then you can do cool shit. When they did that, the other 3 hunters were already missing in action. Don't you think they would have been like, this is not a good idea? This already went wrong 3 times, let's try it a 4th time? Why? And now they're gonna act surprised. Now they're gonna be like, well, shit. Maybe we shouldn't have, yeah. Like, good work, guys. Good work. Well, see, that's the problem. People will say, like, yeah, Mario games, you don't play Mario games for the plot, but that's just them saying, the plot sucks! And they're trying to say, like, they're trying to let it get away with the fact that it has a shitty plot. But it could have a good plot. Like, it doesn't have to have no plot. But it probably never will, because people keep saying, well, we don't play them for the plot anyway. So they have no reason to improve on that, because most people are just letting them get away with it, and saying, ah, it's fine. If Odyssey would have even just had a plot twist villain, like, if you would have gotten to the moon and found out that the Brutals were, like, playing Bowser the entire time and they were the real villains, that alone I would have been like, that's amazing. I love it. Like, because it's something different. It's not something that happens all the time. It didn't need this, like, Bowser didn't need to be awakening some god that is threatening to destroy the planet. It didn't need to be Sonic Unleashed. It didn't need to be anything like that. Just a little something. Just to make it a little bit different, you know? Well, this doesn't look good. Hey guys, what's up? Why is my lock on, like, not working at all? Okay, fine, I'm just not gonna use it. What is happening right now? That was weird. Yeah, like, the Mario RPGs tend to have, like, twist villains like that. Sometimes the twist villain is Bowser. Sometimes, like, there's another primary villain, and then you get to the end of the game and they're like, yeah, JK. Bowser, like, ambushed him and sucker punched him and took his power, and now Bowser's the final boss. It's like, sometimes they do that. Some of these battles are really going to take a long time because they expect me to be using Hyper Mode. But Hyper Mode's dangerous as hell, and I'm not really into it. Why does this fire, like, slow me down? It's really weird. Yeah, I think they just play it safe with Mario games too much. And I think Mario Odyssey was actually them very much not playing it safe, to be fair. I think that was them actually trying to, like, think outside of the box a little bit, and I think it paid off. But just take it a little bit further. Don't be afraid. This is a really bad comparison, but, like, that's something I really like about Sonic games. A lot of Sonic games are really bad, but you know what? Sega isn't afraid to, like, keep trying new things. Even after a Sonic game completely flops, they're not like, well, let's never try that again. Like, they're still like, no, let's see what we can come up with next time. We are getting close to 12:30. I need to wrap it up here soon. I actually haven't played well, I did play Super Paper Mario, and I didn't like it at all. I'm not a big fan of the Paper Mario games, but I've heard that Super Paper Mario has, like, really good writing. How do I actually get down in there, though? Oh, I can just jump in here. I'm being dumb. Don't mind me. That was, like, very unresponsive. I think my thing is that I understand that Nintendo has this philosophy of it all being about the gameplay, and I agree with that completely. But I don't think you have to sacrifice everything for the gameplay either. And sometimes they do that. Like, that's why I don't like Breath of the Wild that much. Like, I think it's a good game, I think it's just a bad Zelda game, because they gut everything that a lot of people like about Zelda games to make it not a Zelda game, if that makes sense. Huh, I didn't think that was gonna work. I thought he'd be too far away. Like, Breath of the Wild has a very extra story. Like, you have to, like, put in work to like, learn anything about that story. And even then, it's all a story that happened 100 years ago, so it's kind of, like, all arbitrary. Especially because you don't, like, learn anything from the story. It's not like you had to go back and learn something about what happened so that you can, like, fix things. Like, you don't... It doesn't mean anything. Oh, there's another one. I was gonna say, what did that do exactly? Yeah, and sometimes convoluted plot twists happen. And those aren't necessarily fun. Because that can often be, like... where, like, nobody really understands what just happened. Then you have the people that try to pretend like they do understand it because they want to be the ones to know everything. Well, that worked out. I hope I get something really cool by the end of this. This feels like it's just a lot of effort. So I'm hoping I get like a cool upgrade from this. Oh, I was gonna say, what's going on? What is... grab ledge? That's just a thing I can do? It's weird that they waited this long to introduce that little mechanic. Like, man, that room took a while. And I feel like I didn't really have anything to show for it. But let's keep moving. Oh, I gotta use that to burn the... I gotcha. Bloop, 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 bloop. I should really find some way to play through Earthbound again someday. I haven't played that since, like, the 90s, so my memory of that game is, like, non-existent. I find RPGs to be tough games to stream sometimes, though. Like, I'm never sure how they're gonna perform. Just gazing backwards really quick to see if I kind of, like, missed anything. We actually have a save point right here, which is kind of unusual. I should probably take that as a stopping point. But I also kind of want to go a little bit longer. I feel like I haven't gotten enough done yet. But you know, I gotta wrap it up at some point and get ready for overnight. And this is like 12:30 on the dot. This is like exactly when I wanted to end, so I think that's a good stopping point for now. But of course, if well, let me start with dropping some pixels for those who are still hanging out, and then I'll dig up a raid target, of course. See who I know I have some good targets live. I just have to check to see what my options are. Because I'm fairly certain I have a lot of good options tonight. But of course, this is only the beginning of Metroid Prime 3. I'm not sure when I'm going to continue it. Maybe I'll put up a poll on Discord about it and say, like, what do you guys want to see on Saturday and Sunday? Between, like, the 3 games I'm actively playing at the moment. But otherwise, overnight is going to be getting back to Dragon Quest Builders. I'm still really eager to continue going on that. I do want to end a little bit earlier tonight because I want to have time to get something to eat before I start overnight. I usually only give myself an hour to eat before overnight, and then, like, I'm always rushing, and I'd just rather not do that. A couple weeks ago, I think last week or maybe the week before, I tried ending a half an hour earlier, and that extra half an hour was like, I don't know, I just liked having that little bit of extra time. So even though part of me is, like, anxious because I feel like I didn't get enough done in Metroid yet, I'm still gonna take that stopping point, I think. Let me see who's playing what at the moment. I always have so many people playing Mario Maker, and I'm, like, never interested in rating Mario Maker. Not really into that option either. Or that. I don't even know what this game is. Alright, well, Mario Maker be damned. This is what we're gonna do. Because even if it is Mario Maker, these guys are always a lot of fun, so we'll head over there, and if you guys would join me on a raid, I want to get a, like, I want to get an ending screen going here, like, soonish. I don't think I'm going to make a rating screen, though. I think I just want to make an ending screen just with, like, some music or something for the last couple minutes of the stream while everybody's going on their raid, but that's unrelated. But anyway, we'll do the normal tag. Here's the link. We're going to head over to Karibukai Play tonight. They are playing some Super Mario Maker. They're always a lot of fun to hang out with and watch, so be sure to check them out if you haven't already. I'll see you guys over there for the raid, and then maybe I'll see you back here in about an hour and a half for some Dragon Quest Builders. Don't know what I'll be playing tomorrow yet. It'll be either Metroid Prime, Mega Man Legacy Collection, or Mario Galaxy 2. Those are pretty much my focuses right now. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Shout out to Camillo for the raid. If you check him out as well, I'm gonna drop a link for him as well, really quick. Be sure to check him out as well if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.